This is how we do this now. We just press record and we go.
That's what's up, man.
So
away we go.
We are live. This is On Track with DJ Traction. I know last episode I said I wasn't gonna keep introducing it the same way every time, but oh well, it happens. So this week I am here with a good friend of mine and just an awesome all-around person, Mr. Frankie K.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you're into and why you're here today.
All right. Thank you, DJ Traction, for having me. My name is Frankie K, as DJ Traction introduced me as. I am a independent clothing designer out of New York, originally out of Wallkill, New York, Westchester County, and New York City. Started my business as a DBA in 2008, along with doing some acting around that time. I struggled for a couple years and then hit a fork in the road where I had to choose to continue acting at the moment or to put that on the back burner and form a corporation. So I did that about 2 years ago, formed the corporation of Frankie K Clothing Ltd, and I haven't looked back since. It's a independent company with some pretty dope designs. It's a lot of meaning behind it. I have a 7 Deadly Sins line, which doesn't promote 7 Deadly Sins, but it lets everybody know that we are all guilty of them and to live in moderation. No matter what it is, if it's, pride, lust, jealousy, gluttony. Gluttony's always good around St. Patty's Day, all the holidays. But it's just, I put all my heart and passion into it, and it's definitely some cool designs, good fabric. You have to check it out, frankiek.com. And now that I have the corporation formed, I'm doing a little better and keep my mind straight. I'm getting back into acting. I have a new website coming out, iamfrankiek.com. It's under construction right now, but I'll have a little blog page about that with inspiration. I'll have some videos from YouTube or some independent film snips that I've done in the past. And yeah, man.
So while you're out there committing some sins, make sure you have a Frankie K shirt on.
Yes. But to get back with what Frankie K Clothing's about, it's a high motivation company that I want to inspire and motivate people. The new line I started was Be Your Own Inspiration, Be Your Own Hero. It's a little spin-off. The first design looks like a Superman design. But I want to be able to reach the kids of my youth, all my peers, people that are older than me, to realize that no matter what you want to do, that sometimes you'll have your family, you'll have friends, you'll have a significant other to push you, to motivate you, but sometimes nobody's going to be there for you. And you got to look in the mirror, just like sometimes I have to look in the mirror and I'm like, Frank, you can do this, man. You can do it. So I got to inspire myself and be my own hero so that I can see success one day.
And then sometimes it's actually the exact opposite of that, where the people close to you will be like, why are you going to do that? Why, like, you're not going to be able to succeed in that, or you're not going to, why don't you just get a job? You're not going to be able to make a living doing that. Or
yes, I hate that. I hate that. I've heard it. I've heard it from, not going to lie, ex-girlfriends. Probably the worst negative people ever.
That's why they're ex-girlfriends?
They are ex. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Everybody in the studio says bye-bye right now. But I've had family, I've had close friends tell me, get a real job, do this, and all I hear is whoop, 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 whoop. And it's cool, man. That's not my life. I'm not a 9-to-5er. I started pursuing these dreams because I don't want to have a boss.
So they sound like Scooby-Doo running when
Scooby-Doo.
That's what it sounds like to you when they say that?
It's like a mix of Scooby-Doo and the Three Stooges, man. Just a lot of talky, but I don't understand what you're saying.
But I mean, that's what it is. You just gotta stay on your path if you believe in it, and if it's something that you like doing and that you're passionate about, you can make anything happen. And it sounds kind of, I guess, maybe cliche or like woo-woo, where it's like, just believe in yourself and you can do it. But it really, for the most part, it comes down to that. Unless you think you're gonna walk on Saturn, if that's your goal in life, you're probably not gonna accomplish that one.
I mean, you might not. You might not. You need money. You need money. It's possible. Anything is possible.
You might have to live another 3,000 years till we develop that technology, but
this is true.
I'm not saying it's not impossible. At some point, for somebody, it's not gonna happen for you, probably.
All right. Well, that'll go.
This lifetime.
The list is smaller. What you can't do. So if someone tells you they want to do that, you're going to tell them, I don't think so. Tell them to get a 9 to 5, become a cop, state trooper, good pay, post office, have off weekends, whatever.
Nah, man, post office going under. That's not gonna last too much longer.
What I was gonna say is, where is security now? Everyone's like, oh, I got to get a job, you'll get security. All my friends, they're getting laid off. They don't even have a job. Some of them got a master's degree. So you tell me about that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my girlfriend's in that spot, 2 master's degrees. She's a teacher, and she can't really get a teaching job in New York. If we moved to North Carolina, she'd be cool, but I'm not trying to move to North Carolina, to be honest.
Ain't nobody trying to go down there.
Or like Tennessee or somewhere. Like I guess it's for some other states, like it can happen, but why would you have to like be forced to move somewhere else to do that? Like you literally need teachers everywhere. You know, like there are kids everywhere, and they all need to be taught and they need to learn.
It's true. So, Hashtag facts.
You got so many. I guess it's just an influx. You got so many of them that. They all got, and she's not the only one. One of my best friends has a degree for teaching, and he's a CO right now. You know, because that was the job he was able to get.
Damn, it's true. I mean, that's I've had all different types of jobs. I graduated with a business degree in marketing. I went from selling cars, then I moved down to Florida. I tried selling on behalf of Verizon. That was fun. Besides getting walking in a suit in a 95-degree weather all day. Then having someone sign a contract for an hour and a half and then look at me and say, who are you with? And I'm like, oh, I'm on behalf of Verizon. He's like, well, tell Verizon to come down, as he ripped it up. And I was like, no. What? So that was a dream of mine being shattered. Like, this ain't that easy. I'm not happy. I don't want to work right now.
We and it goes way back. We actually both on that hustle in very similar ways. Where for me it was 6th, 7th grade, where now I don't want to say what year it is, but I'll tell you this: the deli down the block from me was the spot that had the blow pops for 10 cents. You couldn't get them for 10 cents everywhere. Like there was, this was like one of the only spots for 10 cents. So I'm in school all day selling them for 25, and 5 for $1, just all day.
Hustle.
And I know you had a very similar start to your hustling career.
I did. I sold Nips. Nips was the first candy, man. Bought them for $1. Sold 25 cents each, 5 for $1. I believe my boy Drew Maresca was a big, Drew.
Shout out to Drew.
Big shout out to Drew Maresca. He would always be there every day, man. He's like, I got this $1, Frank. He's like, 6. I was like, nah, man, 5. And then went to the similar to you, man. I didn't personally make the mixtapes and stuff. Before Napster was huge, before people knew how to download music, I took advantage of it and I sold mixed CDs, Frankie K Mix Volume 1 to 4. Then we went to ES Productions, man, little endangered species, and sold them for $5. And I remember you making mixtapes because I remember copping a couple of those.
Yeah, and actual cassettes, actual mixtapes.
I remember you did the ill mix. It was Dirty Harry. It was one of the Dirty Harry mixes with like, what is it? It was not Ashanti, but one of them chicks. It was dope, man. It was dope.
The one that stands out that I remember, one of the favorite ones that I did was it was Angel of Mine, Monica.
I think that
over the John Blaze beat.
It might have been that.
That Fat Joe, Big Pun, Nas, I think Raekwon was on it. Maybe Method Man was on that joint. Like, it was a whole bunch of one of those posse cuts.
I
think maybe it was on the Fat Joe album, actually.
That's so awesome.
And that beat, and that's one that always stood out. I need to redo that one and actually use it again.
You got to get that cassette out, man. You get that cassette, and just like you DJing at the talent show, man, just scratching records, taking off all your clothes. Not everything.
Hold on.
Everything.
Pause. I'm not just out there DJing and stripping. I wasn't like the Paris Hilton before her time of DJing.
Don't hit DJ Traction up thinking he's gonna provide this service.
But I think I might have told this before. What's high school? Fucking 15 or whatever. 15, 16 years old. I straight jacked it from a DJ scratch routine. I saw him do it on BT on one of the shows, and where he had the Busta Rhymes thing from Scenario, and he keeps looping back, and my pants are sagging, and he goes around the front, and he just keeps pulling his pants down a little during it. So I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And I was like, well, I'm gonna do that during the talent show. And I remember them being like, you can't do that at the talent show during practices and stuff. They're like, what? Wait, what do you want to do? And I'm like, no, but I had the Adidas tearaway pants, and I had to have basketball shorts under it. That was the only way they let me do it.
It was definitely dope. I've never seen it, and I really it imprinted my mind. So definitely big shout out to DJ Traction, younger DJ Traction.
Yeah, wasn't even DJ Traction.
It wasn't
at that
even.
time,
It was it was Josh Ween, man. It was Josh. I don't even. What was the DJ
Cypher,
name?
DJ
It was
Cypher.
DJ Cypher.
Yep.
Throwback. That's awesome, man. That's so awesome.
Good times, good times.
DJ
so
Cypher.
that brings us to actually how we got together today. I mean, obviously we stayed in touch. We've, I'm a sponsor artist through your company and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we do a lot of work together, and like promote each other. We got a joint mixtape that we're working on that's going to be dropping pretty soon. The Frankie K Volume 2, Be Your Own Inspiration, Be Your Own Hero mixtape.
Yes.
So we were planning on doing this. Obviously wanted to get you on an episode and everything, but we're gonna probably have to do it over Skype because you still live up here. I'm in Long Island and everything. But it worked out that our old middle school, Wallkill Middle School, had a career day.
Yes.
And he asked me to be a part of it, and I was like, sure. Not knowing what to even expect or what to do or any of that, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm down. Whatever you need.
It was definitely cool, man. I'm happy that you were here. Everyone, faculty, staff, my mom. Some of you, if you're listening from Wallkill, Mama K, computer lab teacher. She's still helping run it. But yeah, everything was good, man. The kids loved you. Kids loving the music. They were dancing. You got them up dancing.
Yeah, and it was cool because it's not like it was a dance or anything. It was like it was a career day. It's like there was a whole bunch of everybody at different tables with their different professions and stuff, and getting to talk to the kids about it. And they were real cool, and they were like definitely into it and everything. They asked a lot of like good questions about well, what a lot of them, especially for me anyway, were like, wait a minute, you DJ? Like some of them were like, oh, maybe he's just DJing career day, not like you know what I'm saying? Not like he's like, wait, they're like, this is your career, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is what I do.
You got bigger things you're doing.
I was like, yeah. They were like, wait, how does that happen? They're like, how do you do this as a job?
The kids learn.
Yeah, it was cool being able to school them to that. And then you know what? And it's crazy because like if I had the same thing at that age, like it would be a little further along than it is right now,
True.
It's obviously not in the starting stage, but it's not as long as it could have been if like at 13, 14, 15, when I was starting and everything, if someone was like, hey, if you want to do this forever, this is the way you should, try going down this path with it,
True.
So, shout out to all the little kids.
Shout out to everybody at the middle school today. Wallkill Middle School. It's definitely pretty cool. The kids, it's awesome to see the youth have their mind blown and their eyes light up where they can be like, oh, I could do anything. And, and that's the biggest reason why I want to give back, pay it forward, because the kids are struggling out there, man. Kids are struggling.
And that's another cool thing I liked about it, like being that it's the middle school that we both went to, is like when you talk to them and they see you, it's like, hey, listen, I started from the same spot, so whatever you want to do, just go do it. You can do it. It's cool. It's possible. Like, you're not like confined to like this little, like it's a little town and stuff, but you're not like stuck here or anything. Like, whatever, especially now, like you guys have the internet. I'm trying to explain to them. They're like, oh, when did you start DJing? I'm like, well, let me put it this way. YouTube wasn't a thing. And they all, like, their jaws dropped. They're like, wait, what? It's like, that was a long time ago. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, you guys got it a little easier. So whatever it is out there, you can find out. You can learn about it just at home. Like, all these...
Internet is big, man. Internet is huge.
It makes the world a smaller place.
Absolutely.
If not, everything is not like, where... Again, where at a certain point, if there wasn't like another DJ in this town, like then there's no one for me to like follow or learn from or anything like that. Now you can like just YouTube videos of how to beat match or whatever it is,
true.
So you can literally whatever you want, you can learn it pretty much for free most of the time, just on something like YouTube or because of the internet.
That's true.
So find what it is, and they're lucky too because they're growing up with it. Like it came a little later for us. And we were computer literate enough to like catch on to it, but they're at the
savvy
point where like some of them, yeah, exactly, like have YouTube channels with like millions of views already, and they could be 13 years old,
This is true. I'm a little older than 13, but I did get just recognized being on YouTube, And that's funny. I have to give a big shout out to
you forgot
Tracy.
her name.
Big Tracy.
You just made that up. You're not even sure if that's right.
I think it is. I put it all. I think it was Tracy. Big shout out Tracy Rob's Pizza. That shit was funny. I don't know who she is, but she was like, "Oh, you're Frank. You're Frank from YouTube." I was like, "That's what's up." I got like 7 followers. It's cool. But maybe you're gonna get some more followers.
My first famous guest. There we go.
Hey, first famous guest, Frankie K.
Actually, I take that back. That's not true.
Oh man,
I had Luke Kumo on. He's kind of
okay.
People kind of know him.
Most famous up in Wallkill, Hudson Valley. I'll take the Hudson Valley.
Cool. Definitely.
But back to your internet. It's just I think maybe maybe some kids.
It's definitely my internet.
It is. It's your internet.
Like I said, it was kind of we were computer illiterate enough where I basically invented the internet. You could say. I'm not saying it, but someone else said it. I would be like, I'm glad you recognize that.
DJ Traction did start the internet, and he's like, nah, I'm good. I want to struggle, and I want to make it work. So now he's DJing, and it's a blessing that I get to work with him. And like I was gonna say is that hopefully these kids check you out. Maybe you get some new followers, because all the kids got brand new iPhones. I got an iPhone 4S that fell 64 times.
It fell 64 times. It actually looks pretty good for falling that many times. I've seen way worse ones that it's amazing. I don't even want to talk about it without knocking on wood, and there's no wood around here.
No wood. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Pause. So, but yeah, like I've dropped my phone, and I've been lucky enough that nothing's ever happened. But I've seen some people like never drop their phone, and that one time they drop it, like shatters the screen. It's done. You just have one little line. It's not even that bad.
It's done.
And that's the worst thing is like, especially on a new phone, you get if it's like just over a couple weeks old, maybe a couple months, and the first time you drop it, like your heart stops, and you it's one of those things like you see it falling in slow motion, and you're like, fucking put your hand out, just fucking grab it, and then as soon as it hits the floor, you're like, what? Oh, what just happened? Why didn't I grab that? Not that you probably could have, because it's falling in real time, obviously.
I kick a foot out. I kick a foot out, try to stop it.
Yeah, no, that's dangerous too, because then you just kick it down the road or some shit. Forget it. You might as well just let it hit the ground and probably do less damage. You soccer kick it for
You're not winning,
it's a wrap.
You're not winning. Well, I'm gonna get the new iPhone 6. But yesterday was at the Palisades Mall, and the girlfriend got the new 6, and she got a shatterproof cover for it. It's like a screensaver, but screen protector. But if anything, your phone drops, you could drop it, don't do nothing to it. But if it ever cracks, that itself peels right off, and your phone's fine.
That's pretty dope.
Cool, man.
That's pretty dope. My girl's screen protector is like actually glass. It's a glass screen protector.
It might be something similar.
It could be, but I thought when she first told me, I'm like, what kind of sense does that make? Like, wouldn't that just shatter and then you just shatter right through? You're just 2 pieces of glass, really.
That's true. I mean, my man was knocking on it hard, and it looked good. We're not plugging it. We ain't getting paid to talk about this.
I don't know who makes it. I don't know, but I'm just saying. And I've fucking knock on wood, man, before I say this, because I know I'm gonna screw myself. But I have like a crappy case. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a little rubber case. It's not like an outer box or anything like that, or a life case, whatever.
There's no protection on that.
Yeah, but the rubber ones are pretty good though. If you drop it, especially in the corner or something, like it just absorbs and like sends it throughout the case, I guess. True. And I've never had a problem with them. For every iPhone I've had, from the 3G to the 4 to now the 5S or whatever I have now, it's protected it. And it's like a $1.99 case or something like that.
True.
And I don't know. Again, maybe I just lucked out or whatever, but I think those rubber ones are the way to go. I've had like the plastic ones when I lost my other one, and those suck. Like the thin plastic ones that are kind of basically just decorative.
Yeah, you're right.
You drop that, forget it. Then that's when the corners get nicked up and everything. And then you got like this $600 phone that's almost worthless because it's scratched up and everything.
This is true. Last rubber one I had was on my iPhone 4S. And it was glow in the dark. It was cool. Put that down in AC doing some slots. Somebody jacked it.
Ooh.
Phone's gone. Case is gone.
Oh, that sucks. In a place that is covered by cameras every square inch.
Ain't nobody see nothing. Jacked. Ain't nobody see nothing. Note to self: buy a fanny pack. I'm saying it right here. Buy a fanny pack. Frankie K fanny pack one day. Just put all your goods in there. Ain't gonna lose it.
I mean, if we're being practical about it. They're pretty helpful. You put everything right in it,
I mean, we got a new...
It's all in the same spot. No, I guess it's good, right?
That's it, man.
if you're trying to be fashion forward, maybe not the best accessory for a dude.
It's not going to
Maybe.
look like something swallowed your belt in the front. You're not going to put a water bottle on the side. I'm saying, like we get Frankie K's fantastic fanny pack voyage. We get some nice.
I like the alliteration.
We got some nice ones. We got a little web series right there. We can start talking about fanny packs. Fanny packs are not sexy. They are used. They are not good looking. But
unless it's the only thing you're wearing.
it's possible. This is true. And some sneakers. You don't want to get nothing
Fanny
on your
pack
feet.
like briefs or like boxer brief fanny packs. They're like in the waistband area that has a big. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Patent pending. I think DJ Traction just started that.
Nobody steal that.
You're gonna see it, Soho, in 2 years, guys. 2 years.
That's a quick turnaround. Yeah.
Oh man.
But they're like I said, they are. I mean, they're good. If you just got a bunch of stuff you got to.
You going to Six Flags. Everyone wants you to hold the phone camera. Not anymore. No one cares anymore. You're gonna hold it and do a selfie in midair. Drop your phone.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it happening. You didn't see that coming.
You need one. You imagine? Has anybody did a roller coaster with a selfie stick?
I was just thinking about a selfie stick. I don't think so. Ain't nobody holding that. That is going fast. You don't think you're going that fast, but you're moving.
Might have to get one just for that. I'm a roller coaster person. You know what sucks though? I lived in Ohio for 3 years, and they have Cedar Point out there, and it's like well known for having like some of the most awesome roller coasters. Like some of them, like I don't know which ones or whatever, but there's like I remember seeing something on like Discovery Channel, like the top 10 roller coasters in the world, and like 2 or 3 of them were from Cedar Point at the time, and I was like. And I never got there. Never got out there. It wasn't even that far away from where I was in fucking Ohio. And I went to the water park that's like literally next door to it with like a few people at one point. We didn't
make it in.
Yeah, that day was not Cedar Point day. And I was like, fuck, man. So and now it's like I'm never gonna go back there, right? It's fucking shit's far away, man. It's like 13 hours or something.
It is a little far.
Yeah, and it's not like it's by anything else. So it's
you're going there.
I'm pretty sure there's no airport there. So like, I'm not trying to do that drive. I did that drive a lot, man. The drive to Ohio is fucking sucks, man. There's nothing there. You gotta go through Pennsylvania. There's nothing but flat land. The good part about it is literally one road, though. So you can't get lost.
No, I mean you can. Somebody can get lost. You can't say that. But the odds are, nobody.
It's hard to get lost going straight, man. It's really all you have to do.
Somebody's gonna be texting and driving, and they're somehow gonna turn on some side road. I'm just saying, maybe not. I could be wrong. I've been wrong twice in my life, so I don't. A little bit more than twice.
That's really good percentages.
No, I'm not gonna lie. A few times. But I mean, it sounds fun. I say we were a little younger.
Wait, what sounds fun?
A Cedar.
I was like, the drive to Ohio. There's nothing fun about that.
Oh, the drive to Ohio does not sound fun. Maybe if we were younger, we had nothing to do right now.
No, I did it when I was younger. It's not fun.
Still, huh? Oh,
That's what I did it when I was younger. It's not the fun drive.
You should have made it there, man. You should have made it to that park that day.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to get there, man. Maybe next time I'm in Chicago, take a couple days, go out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now I thought one of them closed down too. Like one of the roller coasters that was supposed to be like really dope. I wish I knew the name of it. I'm bad with like retaining details a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember the point. Like the point is like there's awesome roller coasters in Ohio.
But
that's the point. The details of what they actually were are lost on me. Or like which ones they mentioned like as the top 3 or whatever. Like I don't remember what those are. And the one that closed, no clue. But the point is that one of them did close.
But they were nice. They were popular.
And so now, it's like a world-renowned roller coaster that's closed that I'm never gonna get to go on now.
Oh man,
and that hurts a little.
I mean, Six Flags got the really fast one. What's it called? There's 2 of them that are like.
Is it Rolling Thunder? Is that the name of it?
I don't even know. I was there every time I went. I went 3 times last year, and every time they were both closed. I forget the name.
The King to Ka. They have that shit.
King to Ka, and then is the King to Ka the one that goes straight up and down?
Straight up and down, yeah.
Then there's one that's supposed to be the roller coaster that goes on top of the King to Ka.
But I thought that was just something that goes like. Is it a roller coaster?
It's a roller coaster.
I thought it was just a big drop. Like is
the King to Ka the one that goes all the way up and then just falls down?
Yeah, but it like curves. You know what I'm saying? So it goes like straight up, and then it has a little curve at the top, and then it goes right back down.
Well, there's supposed to be. I think there was one that you go that is around it as well. We'll have to YouTube it later.
Yeah, usually we do this with, I do have like a laptop ready or at the computer or something, and we can fact check some of the bullshit I end up talking about. But this time we're absent of that, so
It's all right.
we're on the go. We're on the go.
We adapt.
That's why I got this awesome mic, though.
The mic is on point. I'm not
blue
gonna lie.
Mikey. Blue Mikey.
Technology has come a long way. But to get back to the Volume 2 Inspire Mix by DJ Traction,
Which it is going to come out like sometime soon. We've probably been talking about it for a year now. It's in little ways.
it's been over a year.
Yeah, without a doubt.
The lady that's gonna press the CDs calling from LA, she gave up on me. She stopped emailing me 2 months ago. I was like, it's soon.
She's like, we're actually moving away from CDs. We don't even produce those anymore. That's how long ago.
Oh, I hope not. That'd be the worst.
Do it.
I call up, I'm pressed, I got the CD, it's out, everything, the graphics. Oh, we don't do that no more.
But it should be cool, y'all. I'm gonna put like some current stuff on. I'm gonna put like the second half's gonna be probably almost all throwbacks, I believe, and just a little of everything, just that reflects both of our styles. You know, very not just one thing. It's not like it's gonna be all hip hop. It's not gonna be like all house or all disco or something like that. Like it's gonna be a mix. I have a little of everything, little different seasonings for an awesome flavor musical stew.
Yes, it is. It is peppered with everything, so everyone's gonna like it. Everyone's gonna love it. Stay tuned. The mix will be out soon. Promotional item. You can either get yours from Frankie K or DJ Traction. You know, maybe or you could buy something on FrankieK.com and I'll send one in the mail to you.
And yeah, don't even tell people. They'll just be surprised. You order something and then they open it, bam, CD in there.
That's it. CD, get a card decal. But definitely, seriously, check it out. FrankieK.com, FrankieK.com.
So, your mom was telling me something pretty awesome about your website today, that you have reached over 900,000 visits on your website.
Yeah, almost
and
a million.
What, since 2008, maybe?
No,
you didn't even have the website up there.
It's been about probably 2.5, 3 years. I'm gonna say 3 years it's been up.
That's pretty good.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
So I mean,
especially with it's not like you have commercials on TV or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all like hand-to-hand stuff, word to mouth, and everything. Like that's pretty good. I don't know how long I've had DJTraction.com up for, but it's nowhere near almost 1 million views. Or visits. That's for damn sure.
I appreciate
that. So that's a good number. That's a number to be proud of. You know what I'm saying?
I am. I'm definitely. It's been a lot of, like you said, being a backpack bunny, hustling the shirts, the hoodies. Whenever I went to work.
You mean a fanny pack bunny?
Oh, the fanny pack. I don't know. The fanny pack ain't gonna hold now. We ain't got no fanny packs yet. Well, Frankie's fantastic fanny pack voyage. You know, we're gonna bring out some old school stuff. Maybe some pogs will be there. Maybe I'll bring the kid from 6th grade that had the best pogs, the most slammers.
The pogs. Wow.
Waited to the last 3 minutes of recess to line up, open the briefcase, took all your pogs, and then you gotta go home and tell your mom you need more pogs. She wasn't happy.
No, she would not be happy about that. Like we just got pogs yesterday. Why are you out of them? I don't understand how you could lose them in one day.
You're probably gonna have to play MASH at recess now. You're playing MASH.
Wow. You know what?
Throwbacks.
You know what game was awesome? Was dope. I liked the Foursquare. I don't even know what it was called.
Is it?
But it had like you had to make what? No, not that little hand
the
thing.
Chinese fortune.
No, not that thing. No. But now that I'm thinking about it, I have no idea how to make that thing. And I was super dope at it, like back in the day. I could definitely make it. Probably with my eyes closed. Like you see the videos of people doing the Rubik's Cube with the eyes closed? I could probably make one of those with my eyes closed. Now it's like, I would just look at a piece of paper like, I don't know, I'll write my name on this, I guess.
I like to see it. I like to see it.
Shit, what was I going to say before that? See, I don't even know what
you were talking about Foursquare?
Oh, yeah. All right. So you got to like, with chalk, you got to draw like this big ass square,
like box ball,
and then make them in the four. Yeah, I guess.
You four of us stand there, and you got to bounce it, and then you got to try to get the person out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it has to like bounce first.
These were the games we were playing. These were the games we were playing.
I'm surprised, like I don't see that one anymore. Like I just remember that game being pretty dope, but I was also 9, so maybe it sucked. I don't know. Like, you know what's really been an issue. Speaking of technology and everything, like Netflix is a kind of an awesome thing. But it sucks at the same time because you scroll through it and you see movies that you loved when you were a fucking kid, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this shit again. And then you put on like Howard the Duck, and you're like, wow, I liked this movie? This is fucking terrible. This is one of the worst pieces of film ever fucking made. And I used to watch this shit all the fucking time. I was like, this movie's the shit.
You loved it.
I did that, and it almost ruined my childhood. And then I recently watched Labyrinth again, the one with like David Bowie.
Yeah.
And that movie's pretty bad as well. Yeah, it doesn't hold its own after you grow up, I guess.
I mean, oh yeah, I don't know.
And I almost went back after that to Neverending Story, and I'm like, you know what?
Whoa.
I was like, don't do it.
Whoa.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't even remember what that was about.
We don't want to go 0 for 3. We'll just live with the memories, the good ones.
I mean, I'm always a big National Lampoon fan. You talking about some old school movie or some Weekend at Bernie's? I was doing the Bernie years ago before the stupid jam and before everyone started doing Bernie. I did it. It's on tape somewhere. I don't even care. I know that I was doing the Bernie before it was cool.
You're the pioneer. Pioneer.
I was. I didn't get no recognition.
I think I saw that one actually kind of recently too, and it actually wasn't that bad. It was obviously stupid. I mean, there's no way you're gonna like parade a dead guy around for a whole weekend and nobody not notice. Like there's no possible way of that happening.
I mean, realistically, possibly everyone's on their phone. Everyone's no one's paying attention.
Not in 1993 or whenever that came out.
Oh man.
All you could do was pay attention to people.
You're right, but the Mobu chick got him dancing to music.
Yeah.
I mean, the storyline's dumb. I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried to survive.
You know which one though that still holds up and I still like anyway? Gremlins.
Ooh.
My favorite Christmas movie.
Don't feed them. Don't feed them after dark. Don't do it.
Don't tell. You ain't even gotta feed them.
Gremlins is always a fan favorite. You're right. That's always a classic. Short Circuit. I'm not gonna lie.
Short Circuit. You know what? I love that movie, but I'm not gonna watch it again because I'm gonna just go with the fact that I loved that movie, and I don't want to have to watch it and then explain to the person I'm watching with that I was like, oh, you never seen it? You gotta watch it. That it's terrible.
True.
Because it might be.
It's definitely gonna suck. The movie's gonna.
It is gonna suck.
Johnny number 5.
I don't even know why I'm like. While I'm debating it, I'm like, no, I remember, it was great. I'm just like, yeah, but everything else you just mentioned was a bunch of movies you thought were great that suck now. So why are you trying to still convince yourself?
I mean, it's a possibility.
It's a small one. It's a very small one.
It's little. It's a 3% chance you're gonna like it. But I'm not telling you on a rainy day where you got nothing to do, where nobody finds himself into that. But maybe it's on. Maybe it's on. I don't know.
I just don't think you should do it. I think it's just like if you had happy like thoughts and stuff about the past, like just let that shit be happy.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Don't ruin it, man. I've ruined too much of it already.
You can watch some new shows. I mean, Norman. You watch Norman Bates?
Oh, no.
Bates Motel, not into that, huh?
I thought it was gonna be. Actually, I wanted to when I saw like the previews. I was like, oh, that could be pretty cool and stuff. I don't got the time to be watching it like that.
Into it.
You know, this is what I do now. I just wait till everything's over and then I just
watch the whole season.
Netflix, yeah. Yep.
Smart.
You know, that's the way to do it. And it sucks for new shows that I want to watch because it's like now I have to wait till you have 6 or 7 seasons and then your shit's all the way over and then go back to it. Because what happens a lot too is you end up just watching it again anyway. Like House of Cards season 3 came out recently. I saw 1 and 2. It was so long ago that I kind of had to go back and watch a few of them before. The same thing's gonna happen when Game of Thrones starts again. I'm gonna have to go back a couple, maybe a season or 2, and like, even if it's just jump around, catch some episodes, be like, oh, who's who? What's going on again? You know, especially with that fucking series.
Game of Thrones. I started watching the first season, fell off. I don't even know what season it is right now.
It's like, I think the 5th one's coming out.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Word.
No way. Netflix maybe. Maybe I'll wait to let it all.
HBO Go.
HBO Go is good, but then you got every episode stops, man.
What do you mean?
You gotta. Well, I mean, I'm streaming off a computer. I'm streaming off that onto the TV.
Right.
And after each episode, man, you gotta stop, go get up, and do another one. I ain't trying to do that.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, that's kind of whack.
I mean, you got the controller, you're gonna be able to switch it, but ain't nobody got time to keep getting up and down.
Nobody got time to get up. Use muscles.
When I got time off, man, I ain't trying to get off the couch.
What is that? I gotta do stuff to be entertained now?
I don't know.
That's not the way it's supposed to be.
I don't know.
We're talking all this awesome technology and I gotta get up and do things? This is bullshit. Technology ain't all that.
Oh man, we became lazy as Americans. That's the problem.
Because everybody works for, like, people like just invent stuff for convenience, right? Nobody invents anything for it to be harder. Like, that would be, why even invent that?
True.
It's like, think of anything. Like, I was like, all right, we are putting mad salt on our food because we don't have refrigerators, and we got to put it in the basement, and we waste a whole bunch of food, and if we don't waste it, it tastes like shit by the time we get to it. Like, we can have an easier way of keeping my food, and someone invents the refrigerator.
Smart.
Like, that's how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And then it's like, all right, cool. Now my food's gonna stay better and longer, and it's in the kitchen. I don't gotta go down to the basement. This is good. And then eventually someone's like, well, I'm watching TV though in this room. I don't really want to go to the kitchen. And then they put a cooler in like the couch. You know, I don't know if you've seen those, like the little cooler thing, couches and everything. So it's just to make it easier and easier for you to do absolutely nothing. And then it was like, oh, you know, this chair is nice, but I wish I could lay down without having to get out of the chair. That's the height of, how lazy is that? That's the height of laziness.
Right.
And then someone invents a reclining chair. Like, cool, I don't have to get up now to lay down.
This is true. This is true. Technology has saved us, but has not really saved us 100%.
I think it's like the yin and the yang to it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be pros, cons, there's going to be some type of balance, left, right, whatever it is, up, down. Like, that's just what it is. So for all the people that are inventing stuff that makes life easier, like the refrigerator and the reclining chair and, I don't know, the flat panel TV that I can carry by myself and don't need 3 people to help me carry my TV when I move or something or whatever it is. Like, there's also people that are working on, you know, whatever, penicillin. You know what I'm saying? Or like x-rays. So, you know, to take care of people so they can live longer and this and that. Or, you know, they don't have to cut your arm off. They can now put it in a cast so we can set it and this and that, you know? You don't have to worry about, oh shit, the dog just running through the road.
Yeah, the
like,
dog's gonna get hit
by himself.
Not good.
You don't care. See, somebody invented the invisible dog fence.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff doesn't happen.
That owner don't have it.
No, he certainly does not. You ever see the video of like the person who had like the collar in their hand?
Yeah.
Like the electric, like one of the dogs, because it gives them like a little shock. Yeah. And I guess they were fucking with him and told him like, oh no, we didn't have it installed yet, or it's off or whatever. And the person crossed the line, got shocked. Got shocked as shit. And it was like a dude doing it to like his girlfriend or something.
It's probably funny. It's definitely rude, but it was definitely funny.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, there are things where it's like, you'll laugh like crazy at it, but man, you either one, wouldn't do it to someone else, or two, would be pissed if someone did it to you. But when you get to see it on a video of it happening to someone else, you will fucking just die laughing.
This is true. This is very true. Wonder if that lady walking the other dog owns the other dog.
And it doesn't look like she's concerned with the other dog at all. I thought that too for a second, because I didn't see a leash on her. On obviously not a leash on her, but a leash on the dog. But she does have that one leashed, and she seems to be walking in the opposite direction of the other dog.
That dog's out. Dog ain't got nothing to do. Just roam the streets.
My dog used to do that, like, sometimes. My dog was cool as hell. I had a Dalmatian, and his name was Sparky. And so he was mad cool and everything. He would listen pretty well. But if you like left the door open a little, like the house door and stuff, front door, back door, garage, whatever, he would jet out of that shit. Because they're runners. They like to run. They're like, so he saw that, he'd be out, and he would go running all day long. And then at the end of the night, you'd see him. He'd be in the back door just waiting there.
Just,
like,
just chilling.
Pull out a little, like maybe he'll give a bark or two, let you know, like, hey, I'm back. Like, you can let me in now. It's cool.
Dogs are funny, man.
They're great. He was cool, like, and he liked chasing other dogs too, like to play with them and stuff, I guess. So whether it was an open door or another dog, he was jet at it. Yeah.
Out.
So one day, like, I'm mad young, and I'm like, man, I lived in Wappingers at the time, so I'm like, I don't know, 10 maybe. Now I'm in my early 30s right now, and I weigh 130 pounds. So when I was 10. Sparky, without a doubt, weighed more than I did.
I'm gonna say so.
Without a doubt.
I'm gonna say so.
But I was a tough little motherfucker. So I was like, we all went out. My mom, my younger brother, and myself. I'm like, I want to hold the leash. And she's just like, okay, just don't let go. Hold on to it tight. You know, he'll run away. Blah 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 blah. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, he'll run away, but he's gonna come back. So what does it matter? Like, yeah, he runs away, but he doesn't stay away. He knows what to do. He's a smart dog. He comes back to our house.
That's good.
But I guess you don't want people like if someone could steal your dog.
Someone can jack the dog.
So anyway, whatever. So holding the leash. It's a nice like summer day. It's like July or something. Everybody's out in the neighborhood. Playing basketball, riding bikes, everything. I don't know, probably playing Foursquare and hopscotch and shit. So,
no one's playing. Oh yeah, back in the day they probably were. Yeah, you're right.
So,
box ball.
So I'm listening. I got the leash and everything. We're just talking, not really paying attention. The dog, Sparky, sees another dog like way down the end of the street or something. Just takes off out of nowhere from 0 to 100 real quick. So and pulls me, and I'm not expecting it at all, and starts dragging me. Yo, no joke. Across the street. So we were on one side of the street. Across the street, over through 3 people's lawns. I went through a driveway that next to the driveway was like a flower bed.
Jeez.
It had the bricks in it on the side and everything. Through all of that, and then we stopped in the middle of someone's lawn because there was a little tree there, and my shoulder, he went on one side and I went on the other side. My shoulder hit the tree, and that's how we stopped.
Man.
And so my mom's probably is chasing me and everything, and my brother, and catches up with me, and I just looked up and I was like, I didn't let go.
You didn't? You held on?
I did it. I had it the whole time.
Oh man, he dragged you.
And she was like, well, you could have. At that point it was okay. And I think I just had it wrapped around my hand, so I don't even think I probably did let go, but it just was stuck in my head and just fucking took me, man. And what was crazy about that, years later, people would be out riding my bike or whatever, and people would be like, oh, you're the kid who got pulled by his dog. They're dragged by his dog, aren't you? And I'm like, that was. How
long did that stick to you?
Until I moved.
Man, you were always that kid.
But you know what? And it was crazy too because I lived in Wappingers, but I didn't go to that school district.
Oh.
My mom went to work mad early in the morning, so she dropped us off at a Sitter's in the morning. Me and my brother, who was in a different school district. So the kids that lived around me, I really didn't know them.
You know what I'm saying? You bypassed the school system.
Yeah. So there was a few I knew from Little League, from soccer, and from baseball and stuff, and then the immediate neighbors, if they had kids, I kind of knew them. But as far as the neighborhood as a whole and everything, I didn't really know anybody. So there's, you're that kid who got dragged. I'm like, fuck.
Not the best way to be known.
Yeah.
But you were known at least.
Look, I mean,
you were known.
It's not like being noticed off of YouTube, but it is. I definitely would be judged from YouTube if that was a thing back then. If we had YouTube when that happened and someone had it on video,
someone
would definitely would have had it on video because everyone would have had a phone out.
Absolutely.
Shit.
It would have definitely probably have 7,000 likes on Facebook. And YouTube would probably have what, 50,000 views by now?
Oh, it would be up there.
It would be high. It would be high after a week.
Exactly. It would be up there. I could probably sell some advertising for Kibbles and Bits or something on it.
Oh man, you definitely could. Right now, you could do a little mix, put some music behind it, make it real fancy.
Nah, man, they'll just take that shit down.
Yeah, copyright, man. Copyright's the problem.
You gotta try to fight the power, but it's not. It's it is, but it isn't. Because it's you also, obviously, if you're the one who created that, it's I want to get paid for my work that I created.
You're right. So, you're right, and that's what when I did my corporate video. You guys have to check that out. It's on my homepage at FrankieK.com too. But I had a problem, same thing, man. Reached out to LMFAO's people down south. Reach out to, who did Good Feeling? I'm blanking right now. Flow Rider.
Flow Rider.
Flow Rider's people. And then Take Over Control.
Afrojack.
Afrojack and, is it Nina Simone? No, it's not Nina Simone.
Eva,
yeah. Reached out to their people. I mean, they get back to you, but...
Simmons.
Yeah, Eva Simmons, that's what it is. Yeah, Simone is thinking of
Nina Simone's
I'm thinking of The Rock. I'm thinking of The Rock with oh man, who's the guy? He's always in James Bond movies.
Oh, Sean Connery.
No, before that, Bronson.
Wait,
no.
What? No, that wouldn't be.
I'm blanking, man.
That's way after Connery.
Oh man, I don't even know what I'm thinking right now.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
There's a movie.
I can't even help.
It's Rock. I forget. I can't even sing it right now, man. It's
Rocksteady.
No, it's not Rocksteady. Nina Simone sang it. It was the movie that he was in. He stole paintings and he went to return the paintings and he printed out probably 1,000 papers of him. It's a guy with a green apple over his face. He was an
That
art
wasn't-
collector.
That wasn't
I might have to look
Thomas
that.
Crown Affair.
Yes, it was Thomas
That
Crown
was Pierce
Affair.
Bronson.
It was Bronson, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're right. So that movie, that rock song, that was who I was thinking of, Nina Simone.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
I have no idea what song was in that movie.
Oh man, I'll have to try to look it up. I ain't got no service right now. But so I had to do the next best thing. I reached out to a couple local artists, and I got Theory out of Poughkeepsie, who did my corporate song. We co-wrote it together. Finger to the Sky, Frankie K. Had it engineered and produced out in Italy at Energy Records, which was pretty cool. The sin of the beat was possibly going to be sold to Calvin Harris and Rihanna. So that was some pretty cool stuff to find out, and to know that I was able to get that, and he wrote it, and if I didn't have a contract, man, they probably would have tried to take it from me.
Oh, without a doubt.
It came out really dope, man, and big shout out to Theory. Definitely check him out. He's doing big things international now. But definitely have to check that out. Finger to the Sky by Theory, Finger to the Sky Frankie K on iTunes. It's on a lot of the outlets, Spotify, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know there's some websites that it's really cheap because I get some residual income from it, and the income isn't that high. It's not that high. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's like these people must be getting this song dirt cheap.
Let's put it this way. I still have to sell clothes. So
I still have to sell clothes. One song didn't make me rich. One song did not make me rich. But definitely check that out, man. It's on FrankieK.com. You could Google Frankie K Clothing promo video. It's on Vimeo. It got shot by Moving Pictures, by Dave and his whole crew down there in Ardsley, New York. You have to check them out. Moving Pictures, I think it's LLC. But he's doing pretty big things. So I want to give a big shout out to Dave at Moving Pictures, the whole team, Theory, as well as Chris Maffio and MJ from T-Source that helped me film the video as well. So definitely check that out. If you're still listening right now, because I know we went off on a tangent.
That's listen. Anybody that normally listens to these, they know the deal by now. I might as well just call this On a Tangent with DJ Traction. That should be the name of the podcast.
That is pretty good. I'd listen. At least I know you're going on tangents, so I'm not going to get upset when you start talking about something else. You know what? You talk the way I think, man.
It's a mile a minute. It's all going out. You gotta try to bring it into one cohesive thing, and maybe you do for a little bit, but then it just keeps. It'll bust its way through. It'll make it out. The tangent will come.
You can't do it though. Can't do it. You
cannot deny the tangent.
I think it's the way the tangent is right now. Got my mind boggled. But how about I talk to everyone, talk to friends? If you really know me, I'm going to tell you probably 10 stories at once and keep jumping back and forth. So how I describe how talking to me is like sitting there with 10 short stories open and just reading story 1, and I'm jumping to 7 and back to 6, then 3. So then you understand, okay, Frank's all right, he's going on a tangent.
I was gonna say it's like a collection of short stories that
boom,
you had in a book.
Collection. I don't even have to open them all.
It's a collection of short stories, but before you got it like binded as a book, and then you dropped all the pages and you just start picking up random pages and just reading off on the random pages of the different stories.
You're right. You dropped it on the
all over the
I
place.
like that. You're right. That is a good analogy, metaphor. I'll take it. But on a tangent with DJ Traction, I like that. It's kind of catchy.
One of the things I did as you were kind of going off on there and like just thanking everybody and telling all the things that you've done to push your clothing company. One of the things that I noticed in you that's different, because unfortunately it's different than a lot of people, is that you definitely reach out to a lot of other people and try to collaborate with as many people as possible, and it seems to like really, instead of like, oh, hey, what can you do for me, it's like, what can we do together?
Yes.
That seems to be the way you approach things. When more people are like, oh, well, they meet someone and they're like, oh, so even if they don't say it outright, in the back of their mind, like, well, what can you do for me then? Like, oh, if you want me to do this, well, what are you going to do for me then? Or da-da-da-da, what can I get out of this? And you approach it more like, well, what can we do together? What can we accomplish?
Yeah, obviously everyone got their hand out. Everyone lives on one-way street, and it's cool, man. You got to look out for yourselves, because no one else is going to help you more than yourself will. But I love the network, man. I love to be able to do my clothing, to do acting, to live my passion, to wake up and know that I decide what I do next, and to have people passionate about their craft or their talent or their own goals or dreams or aspirations. it's a good thing, man, and not a lot of people want to help each other. And to me, watching others succeed as much as I do it's gratifying. And if I can help you get to that next level, even if I put you as a featured artist, on the website, you as a sponsored artist, I'm blessed to have you, and it's awesome to bounce ideas back and forth, especially even on the phone, because we're, an hour and a half apart, and even doing this mix, we could, talk on the phone, Skype, whatever we have to do to get it done. But yeah, I'm all about people chasing their own dreams, and that's my tagline is finger to the sky, man. And that just means that don't ever stop doing what you want to do. Point that finger to the sky, knowing that success is on your way. Even some people point their finger to the sky knowing that somebody has passed in their life that meant a lot to them, that is constantly watching over them. That's their guardian angel. To me, my finger, when I point it up, means that the stress and the negativity and the failure I just went through, it ain't going to stop me. It won't, and it feels good to have other people hashtag finger to the sky, or just tell me finger to the sky, or, post Instagram pictures or Facebook or Twitter.
FTTS.
FTTS.
For short.
Yes.
That hashtag trends too.
Hashtag finger to the sky, hashtag FTTS, hashtag Frankie K, hashtag Frankie K Clothing, hashtag DJ Traction, hashtag On a Tangent with TJ Traction. But
I can say though that like that is one of the things, like that, the attitude that most people have in that is what is one of the things that discourages me a little when like people are trying to like do something or whatever, or they're telling me what they do and this and that, because it's like I already know. It's like, oh, you're going to want me to do either A, B, and C, yeah. And really, there's nothing that this is not going to be a mutually beneficial relationship. You're just looking for this and this, and and I'm just going to do it like your little bitch or something. Like, it's true. Like, no, I'm good. And sometimes it puts you off to, like, even wanting to approach anybody to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And so, true. Like, and I see, like, you don't have that problem at all. You're out there, you'll talk with anyone and everyone and this and that. And it's just cool to see. And also, seeing that is motivating, because you feel like when you're just seeing the negative part of it all the time, it just puts a damper on things. No matter how much you want to, you're following your path and everything, if everyone around it is just like kind of on a negative Nancy tip about it, like it's just gonna bring you down. Like it's a misery needs company type of thing. Like whatever you're surrounded by, the other cliche of like you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, like just all that stuff, that energy will start to consume you if it's the only thing around you. So it's nice to see what you're doing and how you do it, and even just whether it's like a post on Facebook or something, like it brings a little more motivation. Be like, oh cool, like somebody else is in the same like boat. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And still has a positive outlet on it and everything. So it's like rejuvenating a little when you're dealing with so much bullshit, to be like, see someone else like, oh, he knows what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like same boat, still got that finger to the sky and everything. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Just wipe that negative shit to the side. Like, why do you even let it get to you in the first place? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
It's cool to see.
You're right. It's definitely a lot of times I'm negative. I get down. I want to quit, but you know what I mean. It's never easy. It's not easy for anybody, and I like to express what I go through so it lets other people know, like, oh, Frank's upbeat. He's positive. He's inspiring me, and that's what a lot of people tell me, that I inspire them, I motivate them, and that means a lot to me, because I do it mainly to motivate myself, but I know that I do have a small following that do look forward to reading what I have to say. And if I could be that one person to help even just one person through the day, I think that's awesome. I think that's hands down better than anything. And
that's one of the reasons why I like doing this type of podcast and everything, because it's like, you know what? There are definitely people that are in that same boat that I'm in. And again, like, for the most part, it's not like it's famous people that I have guests on or something like that. I'm not like, this isn't like the Nerdist podcast or Joe Rogan or Ryan Seacrest or whatever.
One day though, man. One day, man.
But but it's cool to show that, like, listen, there are a whole bunch of just regular people that are trying to do that same thing that you're doing or something similar. So like if you can listen to it and just see that you're not like the only one that's going through that, whether it's just the bullshit of trying to grind through it or whatever it is, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If you can see that and be like, all right, well, they're still figuring out a way to do it. Let me, again, just wipe that negative shit to the side. I don't know why I let it get to me in the first place, and let me continue forward. Then that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Point that finger to the sky and say, this won't stop me. It won't. Never give up, never give in. Always remember that everybody has to start out inexperienced, amateur, before you become successful and a professional at anything. And, you know, I started out, it took me 7 months to even get anybody to print my clothing. I had ideas, and everybody I went to, 5, 6 screen printers, and they're like, oh, that's stupid, that ain't gonna work. And even if I had a design, oh, that won't work.
I know what's so stupid about it too? It's because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you to make it though. So what the fuck do you care whether you think it's gonna work or not? Like, just fucking make the shirt. That's all I want you to do.
That's it, man. So it's kind of funny to hear negative people. And you know, for the first couple years when I was a DBA, people said, "Oh, you should change your name, Frank. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna wear Frankie K." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." But even if I was at this level now and I had to stop, I would be okay with it, because I didn't do what someone else told me to do. Unless you're giving me $5 million, I will listen to you. Ears are open.
That's such a like stupid criticism of it, or comment. It's like, no one's gonna wear Frankie K. It's like, but people wear Calvin Klein and Vera Wang and Tommy Hilfiger and Mark Echo, and like almost every clothing company you could think of is actually somebody's name.
That's it. They all started out, man.
That makes no sense whatsoever, man.
But it's all
so stupid. Marc Jacobs, like Dolce and Gabbana. That's not
true.
Like. I mean, I guess it sounds foreign, but it's actually someone's name. Like that's their names. Like, it's so stupid. Almost everyone, like with the exception of like sports, like athletic wear, like Nike, Adidas, and stuff like that. But other than that, everybody, it's their name. That's how they get their clothing company name from. It's their name.
This is true.
That's so stupid. I wish I knew who said that to you. I would like to smack him in the head. Just for being dumb. Not even for like talking shit on your dream. Just for being dumb about it. It's like, this is what happened to me the other day. This is what made me so mad. Like, you know, we out here grinding, so like still got this day job from time to time. So I'm at this restaurant job that I have, and this fucking crazy guy. I didn't know he was crazy to begin with, but I should have seen it coming. He kind of looked like Santa Claus. Not in a jolly red outfit, but just like fat, old, and white. Oh,
his stunt double. His stunt double at the mall.
Yeah.
Last day of the season. Okay.
And like homeless Santa. So anyway, so he's at the restaurant, not even my table, right? I'm walking past the mine, and he stops me. He's like, Josh, and I'm like, oh, what? And he goes, Are you from Israel by any chance? And I'm like, what? No. And I'm like smiling and like, you know, kind of laughing this off. I'm like, no. I'm like, maybe someone in my family is. I don't know, but I'm not from there. I was born here. Da 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 da. And he's like, all right. And I go to my table, take care of what they need. I go to walk away again. He's like, Josh, come here. He's like, I only asked that. I asked you that because your short haircut. Like a lot of the Israeli guys, like they have short haircuts from Israel. And I'm like, what? Well, first, that makes no sense whatsoever. I'm like, so many people have short haircuts.
So many.
And like, we have like, you know, and like there's a Spanish kid I work with that has a short haircut. I'm like, I wish he was here today, and I could have him like, would he ask you if you're from Israel? And like, you're just clearly not. But
some people are ignorant.
So, but it gets better. It gets better. So I'm like, after that, I'm like, no. I'm like, it's strictly for convenience. I just don't have to do anything in the morning. I can get up and I go. And he's like, oh. He's like, just like those lazy Jews. That's what this guy says to me. And I was just like, I was so stuck on stupid for a second because I was like walking away because I didn't want the conversation to continue anyway. So I'm like, it's for convenience. You know, I just don't want to deal with it in the morning. And I'm like walking away as I'm saying that, giving a smile.
That's true.
And you want to...
I might jump out. Let me just jump out for a second.
Whoa. This is our good deed break of the day. We're going to take a little break as Frankie K hops out of the car and opens the door for someone with a walker. Doing good deeds today.
Say, man, I mean, we're live podcasting, but like, you can't, that's rude.
Yeah, we're literally right outside the door. We're just watching, we're like, you know, he seems to be having a little difficulty with that. Maybe we should help him out real quick.
It's rude. It's definitely rude.
So I'm walking away from this guy, and he's like, just like those lazy Jews. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? I was like,
oh man,
I don't know what I'm talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad that you said that. I'm mad that you lazy Jew, like, no, that's not a thing. If you called me a cheap Jew, I would have been like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But a lazy Jew, like, that's not the right stereotype.
No,
like,
it's not.
At least be correct with your racism. Like, it made me so mad that I wanted to hit him, not for, like, saying that to me, but for saying it the wrong way, like saying the wrong thing to me.
It was definitely rude. And you said he looks like Santa. And, you know,
so of course that's
you know what I'm saying?
like
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's not happy.
Makes sense.
But don't be rude to my man Josh.
I was
He's
like,
just trying
if
to work.
anything, I'm making his job way easier. Do you know how many less kids' houses you have to go to that are Jewish? Imagine if they all celebrated Christmas.
Oh, man.
Fuck that Santa guy.
Santa, we do not salute you today. Not the real Santa.
Not your homeless stunt double.
Not the homeless stunt double. That's too funny, man.
But but it's that type of thing. It's like, listen, if you want to talk down on me, okay, but at least do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Get your facts right. Get your facts right.
Yeah, we deal in facts here. You're just going off on nothing. You're just making shit up. You're just putting stuff together. It's not supposed to go.
This is true. He's rambling. He probably had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, go to Iron Frankie K. When the blog's open, you get inspired. You know what I'm saying? Then you might not be so mean. Then you probably want to see him the next time. But he probably won't. He might not have internet, man. He might not.
There's a good chance of that. There's a really good chance. I was telling a story to somebody, and they were like, I don't know. Maybe it's new for him. Maybe he didn't know what. Like he's new to racism, and I'm like, the dude was like 75. I'm like, trust me, that's not the time when you start being racist. It's etched in him. It was ingrained in him. He grew up that way. Like that.
It was definitely.
Like, you don't just start being racist at 70. Like that doesn't happen.
Don't do it. You don't do it. You're raised up that way, and that's sad. Definitely sad today's day and age, man.
Yeah, especially now. But it's good that, like, with all the problems and shit that is going on, like, there's like a glimmer of hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sometimes when you think about it, until you start reading YouTube comments, especially on World Star. Fucking don't read any of their comments.
Oh,
like,
man.
It's really bad shit. And then you're like, oh, maybe there's no hope for us, actually.
They're not. There's a lot out there, man. There's a lot out there. A lot of negativity.
It's just so weird that, like, you can have like that two totally, like, on opposite ends of the spectrum people in the same world. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the people that are, like, volunteering and helping homeless people or whatever it is, or, to the guy that invented the recliner and the refrigerator, like, putting in that work, trying to make some good in the world.
We applaud you.
And
we applaud you.
And then you still have people that, like, think so narrowly, And it's just like,
closed-minded people are out there.
I don't...
And that's, but that's where I like people like you and me, where you want to motivate and inspire other people to do whatever. We're not going to say, oh, you can't chase that dream. That's stupid. You're not going to be this. You won't be famous. You won't be a doctor. You won't be this. No. I'm not telling you to go pump gas.
What?
I'm not telling you.
What kind of shocks me the most about it, too, is that is like when it is on like in a comment section or something, it's so public. It's like, you really have no idea how much of an idiot you're being right now. You're putting it out there with total no clue. It's like, you definitely... Let's pause again real quick.
People read it. Oh, you're welcome, bro. Doing a live podcast in here, so... You have a blessed day, sir. Thank you.
That was Good Deed Break of the Day number 2.
I'm saying you can't watch somebody. I can't stand people that see somebody in help, and I understand, some people don't want help, and that's cool. You offer it, they say no, then walk away. But you know what I mean? It's definitely tough out there.
And obviously this wasn't what this guy did, but what I hate when, like, you're just being nice and you open the door for someone and they, like, just walk in, don't look at you, don't say thank you or anything.
Oh,
and
man.
And you're like, you want to, like, I wish I could get that second back and just, like, slam the door in their face. Like, oh, here you go.
They should say thank you before. You're right. A courtesy wave goes a long way. What irritates me is, I'm going to let you out in traffic. Give me a wave. You don't even have to look at me. Just give me a wave. Hey, appreciate it. The other day, man, I was in traffic, like 5 p.m., and dude pulled out right in front of me, blocked me. Okay, I understand. We all done that. But just sat there for 32 seconds. I counted, and he didn't look over at all. He's like, if I don't see him, He's not there. I seen you, man.
Right, I'm right fucking next to you.
I was tight. It made me angry. It made me angry.
What actually doesn't make me angry, but is interesting that I just noticed is that the guy that you just helped in and then out of this place.
He had a son with him.
He has a truck and a kid with him.
Yeah.
Like a older, definitely teenage son, or maybe even 20s, who's helping him put the walker into the truck. But it's like, why didn't he just go into the store and order the food or whatever it was that they did in there?
That's true.
Why make him get out and get the walker out of the truck, set it up for him, have him walk obviously a lot slower than it would have taken you to get to the door and get in there and do everything. Maybe he's just an independent type of dude. He's like, no, I got this.
He might be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do it. I don't want to just sit on my couch and then like not have to stand up to lay down and get the recliner and have the cooler in the couch. He's like, no, I can walk to the kitchen. It's cool. I got this. So shout out to that guy, man.
Big shout out to him. I like that. I'm trying to find this song. This is the Sinnerman song. Oh, this is live version though. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh, this is a live acoustic set. We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna find me one right here. I think this is it. But this was from the Thomas Crown Affair. That this song, this motivates me a little bit. Not as much as this Inspire mix by DJ Traction, Frankie K Clothing, Volume 2 coming up.
All right, it is Nina Simone. Okay.
Yeah. Yo, because I was messed up because I was thinking of her before.
Yo, I had names confused all the time now. Like, all the time with, like, artists and song titles and this and that. It's a huge jumble. And, like, I surprise myself every time I have to spin because I'm, like, searching for songs and I'm, like, I have no idea what I'm really looking for. And I don't really, like, organize my crates the way they should be right now, so it's just all over the place. I'm just typing stuff in and I'm like just typing in 4 letters and I'm like, it's something like that. Hopefully it comes up and I'll see it and recognize it and go with that one.
I got no comment on that, man. I got no comment.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It didn't really need one, I don't think.
Yeah, but if there's ever an awkward pause, man, I feel like someone should be talking.
Yeah, you don't have to, like, I know, like, this microphone's literally staring us right in the face because we're in this small-ass car, but you can just pretend it's not there, you know?
True.
We can have silence, it's okay. I might do a whole podcast of just silence once, see how it turns out.
I mean,
I actually did do that once by accident, because I fucking forgot to unmute the mic, so it was muted, and we did a whole podcast. Fucking 3 hours, and it didn't record anything.
I mean, I think we're good.
Well,
I see the green light.
Yeah, no, we're good right now. Trust me. After that happened, I made sure it would never happen again.
Yeah, I'd be a little tight. I'd be tight, especially if you had that good footage.
It was a good one.
You can't reenact it.
But But we lucked out because the guest that we had was able to come back the next day, and this is still when Mr. Fox Jackson was co-hosting, and he could make it too. So me, him, and Kung Fu Frank was able to make it again the next day, and we banged out another one, and it was pretty much just as good. So
I like it.
It worked out.
You know, I appreciate it. It definitely worked out that we were up here for Career Day. We were able to get a podcast that we could be sitting next to each other, and
they come out better that way. I've done some Skype ones, and they're fine. They came out really good. Actually, one of the Skype ones I did ended up having one of my most downloads. It was like it's well over 2,000. So that was pretty cool.
2,000 people listening, huh?
Last time that was like when we did it. You know what I'm saying? Like about a week or so after we did it, and I was checking it and staying up on it. I rarely ever go back and and recheck after like a month or two. I really need to start doing that. Maybe one of those checklists.
You lost them.
Yeah.
The checklist might be. I don't even know, man.
I have to make a list to remind me to make a list.
Yes.
That's how bad my list making process is.
I can't judge. I'm there too. I'll make a list, forget about the list, and then I got to make another list.
It's because I'm all about that tangent.
Oh, the tangents. I get sidetracked all the time. I do get sidetracked all the time.
So much stuff going on, man. And then it's like you also wanna. And that's why like some of like the internet stuff, like it's great, but it's a fucking curse too because it will suck you in. But like you go on Facebook to like return a message of like maybe someone that like wanted a shirt or the booking for a date or something like that. Not like to go out on a date. I mean like
booking you on a date. Booking you on a date. No.
So like, and then you open the browser or whatever on your phone, and then like well, you
Right.
got notifications. You check those first, and then
Right.
and then like, oh, there's an interesting link. Like, yeah, let me find out what I fucking love science has to say about this about this today. And you click on that, and then the next thing leads to another, and then oh wait, let me check the statistics from my YouTube video real quick that I just posted. And then one thing, it just goes on, and then before you know it, it's fucking midnight, and you're like, wonderful, I accomplished nothing today. This is great. And everything that you were going to do that day, that you wrote a list for, and the list is in your pocket still, but you just had to check that Facebook once, or Instagram, or whatever it was.
Black hole.
And then
It's a black hole.
It happens so quick.
It sucks you in and spits you back out, and you did nothing. It's happened.
And it's not. And then at the end of the day, it's not even like it's nothing, because it's probably stuff that you kind of had to do, but like it didn't have to be done then.
Yeah.
It's like it was not prioritized.
Prioritized?
There we go.
Prioritized.
Yeah.
Got it. I don't get them all the time, but I got it.
Wallkill graduate.
Wallkill? 02, baby. 02 and 01.
So, whatever we were talking about, off of that.
Me and John, we talk a lot.
But also, let's preface this a little. It's like 3 o'clock now. Our day started at like 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, setting up for career day and everything, talking to hundreds of kids all day long, standing all day long, not really eating anything.
Not at all.
So the brain really doesn't want to function right now. And I don't know about you, but I didn't go to sleep till 1 in the morning. And last night, by the time I got up here, I woke up at 5:30, so I'm running on fucking fumes right now.
You're running fumes. I got a little bit of sleep, but I passed out on the couch. Woke up at like 1. Couldn't go back to sleep till 3 because I think I took a nap for like 2 hours and then I couldn't sleep. So that was irritating. Probably because I knew I had to get up. I was excited to go to career day, teach the youth. But yeah, you came all the way from the island, man. You were smart though. You came up last night at least.
Yeah. There was no way I was gonna try to mess with that type of traffic at 5, 6 in the morning, 4 in the morning, or I have to leave at like 3 or 4 in the morning to get up here and miss the traffic. I wasn't gonna play that game. So I was like, I just come up the night before, the plan was to come up and actually get nice sleep and everything. All right, cool. I gotta wake up at 5:30. That's new for me right now, but I'm usually getting home at that time a lot of times. So, that totally didn't work out. But that's the thing; it always happens too. Like I really, it's rare I go to sleep before 12, and it's usually closer to 2, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. I could, and again, I might have to get up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning for something.
Not
but
fun.
I'm not going to sleep at 10. I won't fall asleep. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, but every night I'm like, I'll be in the bed at 10, and 10 hits 11. 11 hits you like 12's cool. 12's cool. 12 hits you like, yo, I gotta go to sleep. 30 minutes at least in bed. 1 a.m. you're like, I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. Then the cycle goes through.
I was gonna say, and it's the same way when
every day.
Same way the internet sucks you in. Like it's the same thing. You might just be on the couch watching a bullshit show or movie that you don't even want to watch or that you've seen 100 times, and you're like, but it's only 10:30. All right, I'll watch it to the end or whatever. At 11:30, and then it's over, and 11:30 comes, and either Netflix just plays the next episode or whatever it is on TV just goes to the next thing, and you're like, all right, 12:30 is good, and then before you know it, it's 3 in the morning, and you totally overshot it. You're like, oh well, it is what it is now. Fuck me, right?
That's it. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day, man. And caffeine is not even affecting me anymore, man. Coffee.
I got to put you on to the bulletproof coffee, man.
Yes, I want that.
That's what I did. That's what I had this morning. That's why I was pretty good this morning. Like I was up and ready to go.
I mean, I'm trying to stay off caffeine. Drinking all that Red Bull stuff when I was younger sucked, but
true.
You're getting older, man. Ain't trying to have high blood pressure anymore. Got that a little bit, but that's from that's it, man. Caffeine, eating fried foods, working in a restaurant business.
Yeah, I don't eat anything at work at all. Pretty much. Not that I don't eat anything. I bring food.
You're good.
Like I eat it. But
at first, did you
used to? There, man.
At first, man, I would be eating all that bad stuff, standing up, getting acid reflux because you're shoving it down your mouth.
Yeah, you eat it fast as hell because you're not like you really have a break.
I feel like I'm
on the go.
It's like you're in prison and your girl just smuggled you in a candy bar. You're trying to eat it quick. Everyone sees it too.
Word.
I don't know. Was never locked up. Just assuming
it would be something similar to that. Like from movies I've seen.
But I do gotta try this bullet. What's that about?
All right. So you take some coffee. You brew some coffee, right?
Yeah.
Then you put some grass-fed butter in it. I do 2 tablespoons, and then you put coconut oil in it, 2 tablespoons, and then you just blend it up. And that's literally it. That's the simplest version. Now I've been playing around with it for like over a year now, so I've put peanut butter in it, I put almond butter in it, I put dark chocolate, like chunk of dark chocolate in it. I've done like stevia, cinnamon, coconut sugar, cookie butter and Nutella. Not exactly the healthiest choice to go with those, but all the other stuff is a lot better. But if you just want to have fun, I put Thin Mints in my coffee and blended it in.
Wow.
And that was pretty banging.
So, but it's not hot anymore. It's
no,
like
it's hot coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you start with hot coffee. You put it in a thermos so it stays hot, basically, or like some type of coffee cup that'll keep it hot.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, like it sparks you up. It gives you good energy. You stay like full. You're not like hungry like an hour later or 2 hours later or anything like that.
I have to check this out. This might be
pretty
the new
legit.
thing, man.
And I wasn't even before I started doing it. I wasn't even a coffee drinker. I never drank coffee.
Ever.
Yeah, it's
I
not
love
something
coffee.
I drank.
I love it. Love the taste of coffee. But I want to try that because the coffee just ain't doing nothing anymore. Just drinking it.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it might change your life.
I want to check it out. Got to get me a bullet, and I'll have to just hit you up every time now. Ask you what to do.
Well, that's my goal with one of the other projects I'm working on. Is doing so many things, like stuff gets pushed to the side or the back burner. You don't work on it all the time that you should be, and then you got to balance, obviously, life, and like family and friends and girlfriends and fucking all that shit. So it's like, yeah, I know I should be working on this website like pretty much all night, but I want to chill and kick with my girl here and there and make sure she knows that like, yeah, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you love her still. You're there. I know.
So, but thebetteryoublog.com is something that I'm working on, and I have it as a Facebook page right now, and it's pretty much just links back to other links of stuff that I've either tried or like I've read about or I've heard a lot about, and it seems to be the consensus, So, but I want it to be a place where, again, I'm really big on just like the everyday people type of thing, Yeah. So that's why this show is like everyday people just going through it. So like, oh, we're all doing it. If you listen to this, hopefully you get like, oh, cool, they're going through it. I can do this too, right?
Absolutely.
So the Better You blog is for that, for fitness and everything, for health and fitness, right? So it's like all easy stuff that you could do that you don't have to like go get a gym membership to do. You don't have to go buy a whole bunch of equipment or anything to do either. It's like just stuff that you can do at home to get in shape.
That's
awesome. And then there'll be like recipes on there for like shakes and smoothies and stuff. And I'll be honest, it's not like there are some out there that are like gourmet, fucking great tasting, awesome smoothies, that you need fresh this for this and that and everything. Mine are more like, listen, get a bunch of frozen organic fruit because it's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to make it every day, you're going to be wasting a bunch of fruit anyway.
Yes.
Or buy it fresh. That's fine, but then just freeze it.
True.
So it doesn't go bad. That's just as good. Just make sure it's organic so it doesn't have a bunch of pesticides on it, especially if it's something you're going to be doing every day. That's the biggest thing with me. One of my things, like when people talk about like, oh, there's just a little arsenic in chicken, that's okay. Or it's just a little
right. That's not good.
Whatever it is, a toxin that's in something, whatever, orange juice or fluoride, it's fine. The fluoride in your water is okay because it's only like whatever part per million that's safe. It's like, yeah, that's fine. It's safe if you drank a glass of water once that week. You know what I'm saying? You want, it's fine. But you don't realize that it's in the stuff that you're doing and you're using. Like a little, like, oh, it's sugar. A little sugar is fine. Yeah, that is. A little sugar is fine. But you don't realize that it's in some stuff that you're eating and consuming every single day.
I'm not gonna lie. I put a lot of sugar in my coffee.
People
always remember the greatest wealth is health.
Without a doubt.
Take care of yourself, like Josh is saying.
Man. So like, it's just like little things like that where it's like, yeah, these actually are problems because it compounds, and some of this stuff is like fat soluble and everything, so it stays in you. And if you're having it every day and all that, and it's in stuff that you don't even know that it's in, like especially sugar and all that crap, like it's in almost everything. If it's in ketchup, like it's stuff that you don't associate as like sweets or anything like that.
True.
It's in breads, especially whole wheats and bread and stuff like that. Like it's tons of it in it. So like when you're taking that in all day, every day, not even realizing it. Like, yeah, it causes a problem. So to avoid that, again, we went off on a little tangent. And say like some of my smoothie recipes. I'll be honest with you, some of them aren't the greatest tasting things in the world, but they're drinkable. They're very good for you, and it's all about finding like using the most high quality ingredients that you can get, and you can do it quickly. It's not time consuming,
I'm
and
excited.
it's just little things. And if you just do like one a day or something, or even every other day if you can, like you'll notice differences and stuff, you know. And it's all stuff that I'd like try to do myself first, or at least know people that are doing it, or their trusted opinions and stuff of people that are doing it and this and that. So it's like, again, just easy stuff that you can do, get on board with, and it kind of is going to walk you through it and how to do it and stuff. So.
I like it. I'm down. I'm on board. I'm getting excited for it to launch. I definitely want to check it out. I haven't been the healthiest lately. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to get better, but I still love my sweets. Still drink a lot of sugar and coffee, but
and again, I was saying before when we were in there, like I just had 2 disgusting pieces of pizza, but I was fucking starving, and I'm not gonna be like, oh well, no, I need a fucking gluten-free, fucking organic kale salad right now, or I'm not eating. It's like, no, I'm fucking hungry and I'm gonna eat. So
True.
So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna starve myself. I'm not gonna stress out over not finding the food that I want when I'm out somewhere. You know, I'm just like, all right, I just know but that's the difference. Since I'm not doing that every single day, since most of the day I know what I'm putting into my body and everything, and it doesn't have that bullshit in it. That one time I do have it when I'm stuck out somewhere or whatever it is, I'm not going to stress over it like that. It's not going to be a problem. I'm not going to let it affect my life fucking dramatically. You know, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to eat it, and that's going to be that.
That is true. I like it. I'm excited for it, man. I'll be watching. I'll be checking it out religiously then. Since I'm trying to get back in.
Like I said, yeah, and that's just the big thing that I've gotten into and stuff. And I've always been kind of, I guess, aware of it, but not to the effect that I am now, and not with the same knowledge too. Because I was on the same thing that everybody else is on. It's like, oh, don't eat a lot of red meat. Yeah. Eat a lot of chicken. Lean chicken and stuff, and have a glass of milk a day or whatever it is, and an apple. It's like. Yeah, actually, that's really not the best way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be, but it's that quality of ingredients that's really, really important. An apple a day, fine. It won't be that bad. But if it's not like an organic apple and has pesticides on it that like fucking seep into that shit and stay in there, and you're eating one every day, that could cause a problem. Like that could lead up
and
build
sucks.
Up a problem.
That's some bullshit, man.
So it's just little things. Like when you really look into it, it's like, oh, there are some issues here in the food production system that we have,
Crazy.
You know, and oh man, yeah, there are a list of documentaries that I'll put on there and stuff. Like, I'm pretty excited for it. I know it's gonna be a lot of work though, because it's a lot of detailed and nuanced information too, you know. And I would like to start making videos of me making some of the stuff to be like, listen, again, just the show. It's like I'm in a little fucking apartment, you know what I'm saying? I don't got all the room in the world. I'm not fucking, I'm not rich as shit. This is like on my way back home from work or whatever, this and that. It's like, so, and I can get it all done. So you can too. You know what I'm saying? True. So if you want to do it as well, you've been thinking about it, this and that, hopefully I can be a little jump start and be like, oh, well, this idiot's fucking figuring it out, so so I should be able to do this.
That's it.
That's how I got into serving in the first place in restaurants.
Yeah.
I was so scared of it the first time I ever applied to be a server, and I walk into the restaurant, and this might not be politically correct to say, but old lady's doing it. And I was like, oh, if they can do it, I'll figure it out. I was like, and then I wasn't scared about it anymore. Like, cause I was like, oh, I don't know if I can carry the tray. What if I drop it? My memory's not the greatest. I forget people's shit. And I was like, oh, I see some 80-year-old ladies. I probably weren't that old, but like older ladies doing it.
If she got it.
And I'm like, oh,
she got it. You could do it.
And even not even older ladies. Even there was I remember this one girl, one of the first girls I worked with. Like, she was dumb as shit. I'm gonna just be honest. She was one of those I guess stereotypical cheerleader type of really pretty but airhead girls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and she's had no problem doing this. So I'm like, okay. I'm good. I met her one of the first days, and I was like, she works here. I thought she'd been working here for a while. And one of my friends who got me the job there was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll figure this out pretty quickly then. I'm like,
but did you ever drop a tray?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, we've all done it.
Only once, though.
We've all done it.
Maybe twice.
I've done one working a wedding banquet, and that sucked. It was all apple crisp desserts in red wine glasses.
But was it on somebody?
No, luckily it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Because, somebody, I did drop a water off once that fell off the fucking tray, and I saw one or two of them fell, and it did get somebody wet. I've never dropped, red wine or anything like that on anybody.
That's
no
good.
Food. And sometimes you get into the back and you just overloaded a tray and the shit will just fall off.
Yes.
That's happened. But no, I've never really dropped a whole tray or anything like that, and only on somebody once. And it was one of my first like 2 weeks or something like that. And
That's
that
not
shit
bad.
yeah, that
Anywhere's
shit
fine. Anywhere's fine. Drop it anywhere.
Yeah, you can drop it
Anywhere's
anywhere as long as not on somebody. And as long as you get it out of view of like the general
public.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's fine. As soon as you get to the back of the kitchen, you drop shit. Who gives a fuck?
Absolutely.
And then sometimes, like, there was one that actually did happen kind of recently where I had a tray that I totally overfilled because I was cut and I was done, and all my tables got up at once, and I'm like, I was like in the part of the restaurant that's all the way in the front.
You did
and
the
I'm
bodybuilding.
Like, you're coming off a double. You're like, I'm not making 3 more trips back here to clean this, right? So I'm like, exactly. I'm like, you know what? I swing fucking kettlebells around like nothing. This is fine. I'm not gonna put all this shit on here. So I put everything on there, and I guess I probably didn't do it in the. It was too much, so I'm lifting it and I'm like, oh, this is heavy. So, but I'm going, and one of the glasses fall off.
Just one?
And well, that's how it started. One falls off, and I'm like, all right, you gotta just hold it steady because otherwise this whole thing goes. It's a wrap. And then like 3 more steps, another glass falls off, and like every 3 or 4 steps, something fell off of on the tray, man. Some glass or dish.
You know your coworker was watching you from a distance.
And then, so it was like maybe 2 or 3 things that fell off while I'm like in the actual restaurant area, and then I get into the back, and the whole way down to the dish area, something falls off, like 3 more things, over the place, man. Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about money, Puffy, I just don't care. Like it's just
yo, shout out Puffy. Okay.
That's just how it was. I'm like, hey man, and I was so happy that I just didn't drop the whole thing. That was it. I was like,
I mean, you got to be proud of that.
I assessed the situation very quickly and was like, I have to. It was casualties of war. I had to. It was just casualties of doing. It was just the cost of doing business. It's like I'm gonna lose a few of these, and I've accepted it. So as they're falling off, I'm just like, it's cool. It's cool. I got the main part. Those little things are just that's gonna happen. They're done. They're dead. That's it. There's no coming back from it.
Oh man.
And I accepted it before they fell.
Some wounded soldiers on the field. But you know what? That's funny. That's what you got to do. That's the business.
Server life. Hashtag.
Hashtag server life. Oh man, I can't wait for that one day to stop bartending server life.
That's another thing, yo.
That'd be nice.
Especially the place I work at. We should definitely have a reality show. Like without a doubt.
I feel like every restaurant, man, you can definitely. I think that's what it is. It's any service industry, any restaurant, any bar. You can all have a reality show there. That's for sure.
But it's just it's all day. It's constant, yo. Like, and that's what I like about actually working there. One of the things I like about working there, especially because my schedule. I'm not like, back in the day when I was still in school and everything. Like you had to work those, Friday, Saturday nights, the double Sunday, like those double shifts, this and that. Like, that sucked. Now, I'm just there like during the week. A couple quick lunch shifts, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just like get it over with. And sometimes I'm there on the Sunday if I'm not DJing, if I didn't have anything crazy the night before or whatever. Like I'll work Sunday, make some quick money there and everything. But like it's just quick. I'm in and out. Like my lunch shifts are maybe 3-4 hours tops. 4 hours tops.
You can't beat that.
On a busy one, it could be 5 hours. Like if it's totally busy and 3 people call out or something like that.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's
so
good.
Make some quick money, and it's just like. But it's also the people too, right? So like the flexibility is awesome, obviously, with everything else I have going on.
Yes.
So that's a big plus. It doesn't take up a whole bunch of time, so it's not like it's 8 hours a day or whatever, and then like maybe a half hour to get there, so 9-10 hours of your day for this job or whatever. So like it's kind of in and out and stuff, and the people are awesome. So it's like we get to just joke around pretty much all day long, just having fun all day. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's like shitty, when it's slow and the shitty customers or whatever it is, like we're basically still just having fun. So that's what I thought would be actually kind of cool about that is like, especially on some of those slower days when we're all just like by the bar or whatever it is, just talking or in the back. It's like there's some funny shit that's going down.
There's a lot of
and
funny
not
stuff.
like and not like and it's not like it's all like inside joke type shit where it's like it wouldn't be funny to other people watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's horsing around.
So
I'm just joking. I want to one day. One of my pilots I wanted to do had to revolve around the service industry, bartending, but. You know what? But that's anywhere. Anybody can do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got an idea, take it, run with it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, instead of a reality show, why don't I just start writing down all the shit that happens? Yes. I should have done this 8 years ago. Yes. I would have had, I'd have binders and binders full of shit. But like, just write all that shit down and then sit with someone who like can actually develop like scripts and stuff like that and like put it into something. I don't know. That might be down the road somewhere.
It might be. I mean, we might collab on that one day because I've been sitting on stuff for a while. And
it would be like the movie Waiting, but like a TV series or something like that.
Hey, man, I was there. I could say it because I haven't done it yet, and I might not ever do it. But, you know, teaming up with someone like you, I think we could do something. It's a lot of work, though. Taking an idea, saying I want to do this.
Yeah.
Step 1 to step 3018 is a long gap in between, man. But, you know what I mean? It'll be worth it. I definitely think we should sit down another day. We could just have probably a podcast about the service industry and what we've been through.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That is something I would like prepare more for. That like I tell you, like these there's nothing prepared for these whatsoever. Even times that I do think of like, oh, if it's a certain guest, I'm like, oh, I want to hit A, B, C, and D. Make sure I ask these or whatever and talk about this. Some bullshit happens where we have to reschedule to like 3 weeks later. And of course, I don't write it down. That's not in the list.
No.
I didn't tell Siri to remind me. So
Siri.
so it's lost. So then by the
Siri's
time
good.
we get around to actually doing it, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna ask, or again, we go off on tangents, so it never comes back to what I was maybe wanted the point to be about. I brought this up a time or two before already, but there was a whole podcast that we did that this is when Fox Jackson was still co-hosting with me and stuff, that we were like, oh, let's talk about this certain subject. I think it was something like, I think Germany like started giving free schooling, like for university and stuff.
Okay.
And there's a couple of European countries that are either free, quote unquote, because yes, it's obviously taxpayer supported, or very low cost.
The money's coming from somewhere.
You know? Or it's very low cost, so they make it accessible. So at the time, it was something that we did want to talk about and everything, especially to contrast it to the way our system is. But we didn't talk about that. We didn't start with it. We went about an hour and a half in, and we're like, oh, we wanted to talk about what we want to talk about. We didn't mention it yet.
You didn't even hit it yet.
Wait, and then we go off on another tangent, and 3 hours later, we still didn't talk. The 3-hour podcast did not touch the original subject that we wanted. And that's what's so great about it, though, because it was a good episode. We covered a lot of shit, just not what we wanted to. It just went.
Tangents sometimes work out better, though. But you're right. If you had that, I mean, we're probably going to be wrapping this one up.
Yeah, it's saying storage almost full.
Oh, we're going to have to wrap it up. So, but I'm definitely down, DJ Traction, to come back and do another one in the future, man.
Definitely. Ah, man, shitty. I'm going to need a new phone soon. Or delete a bunch of shit. I don't know. I feel like I'm always deleting stuff, and it always is almost full.
That's why I got to get the iPhone 6, man.
Nuts.
Just to take a picture, I got to delete 10 other pictures or delete music. That's what I've been doing it. Hey, Frank, you take a picture? Nah, man, I need somebody else's phone. Can't do it. I'm tired of that.
Shitty. So, hey, well, fuck it. We still did an hour and a half. And I told you it flies. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? It just goes. It goes.
It was a lot of fun.
But I'm just going to, real quick, let's cut it off just in case it does stop. We have,
she's stopping.
An actual ending.
Well, thank you so much, DJ Traction. I do appreciate it. Letting me be in the studio with you. I love it.
The Scion studio. The Scion studio we're in right now.
The Scion studio up here.
We're in room XB.
XB, kid. But I'm Frankie K. Make sure you check out FrankieK.com. IamFrankieK.com. Be coming out. Make sure you get some clothing. Keep that finger to the sky. Be your own inspiration. Be your own hero. And get ready for the Frankie K Clothing Inspire Mix Volume 2 by sponsored artist DJ Traction. Gonna put out a dope CD. That'll be out probably sometime in April.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, that should definitely happen.
It's been about a year, 3 months, man.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We've been dating
it'll come out in April, maybe of 2016, but it's going to come out. So, and also, what's your Twitter? It's Frankie K Clothing.
It's Frankie K Clothing, yeah.
No G. Yeah,
couldn't do the G.
He's not a G.
Can't do it. Not a G, man. Can't do it. Twitter did not allow me to add the G, so Frankie K Clothing. You could do
what's Instagram?
At Frankie K Clothing, all one word. The G is in there. I just started it, so I don't have as many followers. Or you could check out I Am Frankie K also on Instagram as my personal. That's where I post a lot of motivational or just pictures of clothing, pictures of my dogs, whatever, just real life stuff. But definitely check me out or Google me, Frankie K.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. So, and that's what I tell you every time when you're trying to find my shit. Just you Google DJ Traction, it's gonna be everywhere. DJTraction.com, Facebook /DJ Traction, at DJ Traction for Twitter, for Instagram. Really, if you're listening to this, you probably know all that already, especially if you got this far. So thanks for listening again.
Make sure you check out the corporate video. It's on the website, frankk.com. Make sure you check it out. Go download Finger to the Sky, parentheses, Frankie K by Theory.
Yo,
it's on iTunes.
You think we can do... All right, well, I'm going to talk to you about this off air, but I will mention it here if you got this far. If you do promo code podcast, you're going to get, like, what can we do? What the highest percentage we can do?
I think
for podcast.
I think
promo code podcast.
What do you think? 20, 25%? You think 25%?
You want to do 25? If they made it this far?
I think if they made it this far, use you're going to do on checkout when you're checking out at frankk.com, you're going to put in podcast, one word, all uppercase letters, all caps, and it'll save you 25% on your entire order.
And that can that be forever? Because like this is up online
it's
forever.
Gonna be,
so
it's
whoever
gonna,
actually listens to this and gets all the way down here, whenever can use podcast.
Yes, it'll be starting. We'll put it this weekend. We'll get the code going this weekend. I don't know when this is gonna air.
Well, you know what? I won't even post this until you got it going.
Beautiful.
How about that?
So that's it. Go to frankk.com.
So you can do it right now. As soon as you hear that.
As soon
as
as you get this, go to
Frankie K Clothing. Wait, what is it?
You can do it. There's Frankie K. It's also FrankieKClothing.com goes right to it.
Okay.
But it's FrankieK.com. During checkout, make sure you put the code podcast, all caps, one word, to save 25% off your order of we'll say $40, $50. We got $50.
More than 50. Yeah, you got to spend 50.
You got to spend at least.
You're saving 25%. You got to spend 50.
You got to spend $50, and you'll save 25%.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I like it.
All right, so. You're welcome, everybody. So that's Frankie, FrankieK.com. Go get some dope clothing. Go save some money. Keep that finger to the sky. Till next time, DJ Traction. We out here. Peace.
Peace.